Scarecrow. What are you talking about, Zed?
Senator Harrington, I think Mr. Diamond believes that I'm some sort of, amateur safecracker.
I gather you two have met.
Not officially, but I've spent many pleasant evenings at Mario's.
Miss Blake is arranging the sale of my art collection. She's appraising the pictures, picture by picture.
Ah, that explains it.
Explains what?
Why Miss Blake was perched on the ladder near the wall safe.
I was, examining the last picture of your fantastic collection, Senator. I took it down so that I could look at the back, and when I moved it, I saw your safe. Reminds me of the old British mystery movies, didn't they? Used to hide the crown jewels in a safe behind the portrait of some old ancestor.
I'm afraid there's nothing very romantic about that old safe. It came with the house. It's empty, and it hasn't been opened in years. Zed, I think you owe Miss Blake an apology.
My deepest apologies, Miss Blake. And to make up for my suspicious nature, your next meal at Mario's will be on the house.
That's very gracious of you, Mr. Diamond. Maybe I can even sell you a painting. Are you at all interested in art?
Well, my tastes run a little different than the senator's.
American painting doesn't appeal to you?
Actually, I prefer the modern Europeans. One of my ambitions is to one day own a Modigliani.
He's one of my favorites. Might be surprised to find we have a lot to talk about, Mr. Diamond.
Miss Blake, have you finished your inventory?
Yes, I have. All I have to do is take it home and sort it out and call up prospective buyers. I told you about one person that I deal with that collects the primitive art. I'm sure he'll want all of yours.
Wonderful. I'll walk you to the car, and you can tell me about this connoisseur.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Mr. Diamond, we'll talk soon.
I certainly hope so.
Back in a minute, Zed.
That lady is certainly no amateur.
Here comes Casey.
Honey, I'm sorry I'm late.
Why, it's okay, my love. My father kept me company.
Mark here? How is he?
Oh, he's okay. He's a little worried about the divorce of my mom, but, hey, I don't want to talk about that. I want to concentrate on us. For you, extra dry, extra cold.
It's too much.
I certainly hope so. Trey, to our weekend, and to no telephones ringing for 2 whole days, 2 whole nights.
Fat chance, but I'll drink through it.
Trey, I mean that. I don't want this weekend to be as crazy as the last one.
Listen, in your business, anything can happen. I know that. So, what did the network think about the Sanchez interview?
Oh, they absolutely flipped over the tape.
Well, I knew they would.
Right, Trey, I don't want to talk about work either.
Sure, we'll talk about anything you want. Name it.
How about how much I missed you? Do you miss me?
Are you serious? Of course I missed you.
Well, I think I found an answer for that.
What is it?
Well, Trey, I found the most wonderful apartment in New York. It's overlooking the East River. It is so beautiful. It's a perfect location, and...
Oh, that's great fun. I mean, it's much better for you than staying in a hotel.
Yes, it's better for me, but... Trey, it's perfect for us.
Us?
Yes, I mean, it's very close to the studio. I can get there in a flash, and you can come up to New York a couple of nights a week. See, I've got the whole thing figured out, hon. We can have wonderful cocktail parties. You can meet all kinds of interesting people like Sanchez, and this way we will only be apart for maybe 1 or 2 nights at a time.
Have you been talking to my father?
No. Why?
Well, he had the same idea.
You know what they say about great minds.
Yeah, except this won't work.
Why won't it?
Because, darling, I can't just pack up and leave Washington in a week.
Trey, look, I know it won't be easy. These 5-day separations are really awful for us. And we start to lose touch with each other.
Well, we can make up for it on the weekend.
Not the same thing.
I'm sorry, Sloan, but I can't commute to New York. You must know that. If it means that much to you, you can make the commute.
Trey, I would make the commute if I could, but by the time I finish the broadcast and drive out to the airport, I won't be in Washington until after midnight.
Oh, I've got the same problem. You know all the nights I stay up till 10, 11 o'clock, sometimes later.
Trey, I think that you're just set against it. Like, if you would just try...
If I'll try? on, you want to have your cake and eat it, too.
Swear, I just want to be with you.
I understand that, honey. I really do, but everything has a price. If you turned down the job to stay with me in Washington, the price would have been regret. But you took the job. So the price is a part-time marriage.
You sound so cold about this, Trey.
I don't mean to, honey. But you're being very, very naive. I mean, you knew it was going to be this way.
Yeah, I guess I was just hoping that it wouldn't be.
Look, you signed with the network for a year, right? We'll get through it. And we'll make the most of our weekend. And then if I can, I'll go up to New York. But you can't expect me to be there every week.
Julie wanted to come home, Sam.
Oh, come on, Myrna. She has no condition to make any decisions about herself. You wanted her out and you checked her out. Without consulting anyone, even me.
I did what was best for her. She needs to be home where we can take care of her.
You're treating Julie like a child with a bad cold. Myrna, our daughter, is a very sick girl. She has a serious drug dependency. She's depressed and probably headed for a real nervous breakdown.
I am aware of that, Sam.
Then why did you take her out of the hospital?
Because she was getting worse.
That's your opinion.
It's true, Sam. You didn't see her. You know how emotionally fragile Julie's always been. She needs to be in familiar surroundings with people who love her.
And she needs professional help.
Which she can get right here. The best money can buy. We'll bring in doctors, round-the-clock nurses, and psychiatrists, too, if that's what she needs.
Well, I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Sam, don't you think I want Julie to get well? She'll be far better off here than in some hospital or some impersonal clinic. No, she needs to be right here in her own room among her own surroundings. Besides, Sam, there are other considerations. Ship her off to this Dalton clinic you're so keen on, and I don't care how discreet they are. The press have a way of finding out. I can just see the columns filled up with Congressman Trey Clegg's addict sister taking the cure. What do you think that's going to do to Trey's chances for the Senate seat? And what is it going to do to Julie herself? No, it's far better if we take care of her right here. I know that, Sam.
Poor Julie. She has so much. So beautiful and bright. Why did this have to happen to her?
It happened because she married Tyler McCandless. It's all his fault. He's out wandering around the world playing James Bond. His wife is home with tragic wreck.
How long since she's heard from him?
I don't know. Well over a week. This is just tearing her apart, Sam. One minute she's pinning all her hopes on Tyler coming back. The next she is totally convinced he's dead.
Tyler dead? Where'd she get that idea?
I don't know, Sam. But I'm terrified for her. That's all she can talk about. I mean, what if Julie's right? What if something has happened to Tyler? What's going to happen to Julie if he doesn't come home? Julie?
You know, don't you? You know. He's not coming back. I'm never going to see him again.
Minute rice fits the way. You're cooking with chicken today. With chicken roasted, broiled, or fried in a casserole or on the side. Minute